Whilst Trixie reads the book and Ravinia repairs the lantern, as Holkonov goes down the stairs, and Kreekrog begins high-fiving his own clone. A small yawn can be heard from the center of the room.
Turn the swap map. Meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
Trixie, as you are looking at the box, you notice the sound of screaming as your comrades run further and further into the temple. You then hear a loud sound as if a stone door had fallen and closed. When you look further into the Dryad Temple corridor, you see an arcane symbol blocking all entrance. You recognize it immediately as a spell that would not allow passage.
Well, I guess that door's closed. I want to try and figure out this whole miasma thing.
Yep, you state your actions with thought and care.
Alright, I'm going to take the gems out of my pocket.
Yes.
I'm going to put them on the ground.
In a pile?
Here. I then put the book here. I then pick up the chest.
Yes.
Closed.
Yes.
And I take it to this line.
Trixie, after depositing the items that they described on the ground in the fog, begins heading towards the line that they have drawn in their own mental image. Carrying the chest, she puts the chest down on the ground.
I then, facing it towards the nullification zone, I open it.
Trixie undoes the latch on the chest and opens it, quickly walking away to make sure she would not be in the miasma's range, just in case. After 5 seconds, she notices that no miasma is dissipating from the chest.
So the chest isn't the cause.
Chest is a chest.
Cool.
You've got it in one, Watson.
Alright, go back. Deposit the chest.
Well, that's not good to hear.
Well, actually, no.
Yeah, but the loot is one of the problems. Go on.
I put the book in the chest.
Yes.
I repeat the same process.
Trixie returns back to the area where she deposited the items, puts the book inside the chest, and brings it back to the imaginary yellow line. She then opens the chest facing towards the magic dissipation zone. No miasma appears from the area.
Okay, so it's the gems. Alright, understood.
You should hold on to those gems.
I then put the book down, put the gems in the chest, and repeat the process.
Once again repeating the process, this time with the items swapped around. She redoes the experiment, utilizing the gems in place of the book. When the chest is opened, a small trickling amount of miasma leaks in front of the fog dissipation zone before fading away.
Okay.
The gems are the source of the miasma.
Okay, cool. That's the pieces of information I needed to know. The point was I needed to know if I need to transcribe as much of the book as possible while I'm here in the zone where I can activate, I can interact with the book. But currently, we know that the book is fine. I can take the book out, and I'm not going to have to worry about...
You're not going to get poisoned by miasma, no. By the end of this experiment, because combat is 6 seconds a round, and we only did about 4 or 5 rounds, you will see the arcane symbol on the stone door fade away, as well as the door appears to fade away as well. Okay, so as you enter, Trixie, you get the same description. Wooden face on the ground. Your comrades appear to be standing next to large piles of plant matter. You can see Halkonov up in the corner, just like kind of lowering their bow. You also noticed a very crushed, what might have been some form of lantern or like candelabra.
I see some broken bits of glass and fucking brass.
Just metal. There is no glass. The glass is long gone.
The glass is in a
brass on the
different
floor.
The glass is in a different castle. Yeah, I don't know where you would find glass, but there's none here. You all thought the glass was a red herring. You're a fool.
No, I said there was 2 options. It was either going to be really important or to throw us off the track.
I'll walk over to the lantern. All crushed.
Yeah, so it looks like it was made out of some form of like iron. Possibly repairable, but at the moment,
I happen to know the names of many items in this dungeon.
You do have the old list of the items of destiny.
Trixie is wandering in, but you notice that while she's like kind of half paying attention to her surroundings, her head is very much still buried in this book.
Yeah, your nose deep in the...
I'm gonna try and...
I'm deep in the sauce.
Cast mending on it.
Yeah. Small part of it kind of goes back into shape. You can do that as much as you want. It will eventually fix it to its original glassless condition.
I'm gonna sit cross-legged on the floor and just fix it.
From reading this book, how complicated do I think this process is?
You're gonna need like a whole rig. You're gonna need like a cauldron of souls. to imbue into the monster.
Cool. I just have one of them lying around.
Yeah, like this is some ancient necromancer's magnum opus.
Interesting.
True, you're in this room now.
I'm in this room now.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
From me?
From you.
Is the source magical?
In a sense.
Because I get advantage on magical sources.
Then you will get advantage, yes.
15.
I gotta mute myself 1 second because I gotta make sure I'm using the right voice. I don't remember which one it is.
Well, good luck.
Trixie, as you're nose deep in the book, you've got a strange feeling come over you're like a bit of a brain tingle, I would describe it as.
Mm-hmm.
As Trixie reads the book, further and further as she walks into the cavern, she notices a strange sound appear to fill the voids of her mind. Build it.
So you just kind of hear like this kind of like weird demonic voice whispering to you into your ears to manufacture the monster.
Oh, because there's magic now.
There is magic in this room. Magic is possible.
And
so like the longer the more that you like read the book, the more that you just keep hearing like
Build it.
Is it just speaking to me, or is it like actually trying to influence me?
It's trying to influence you, but you've resisted the effect.
Okay.
How strong is the book? Can I sense it as he's walking closer to me?
I'll get you to roll Arcana. DC relatively high because it's mostly affecting the holder of the book.
8.
It just looks like Trixie kind of like stops as if the passage they were reading was relatively interesting.
So I'm guessing I fixed this lantern.
Yeah, after a certain period of time.
Alright, I'll hook it to my belt.
I kind of want to like pause here because I kind of need Mitch to be here for this next bit. Just because we're about to talk to a dryad and he's the ranger.
How
Okay.
did he get in? Why is Trixie here?
I walked in. What do you mean?
You do see that Trixie is nose deep in a book that you've never seen.
Caleb, what were the results on miasma?
You don't.
That also doesn't make any sense.
I'm reading a book.
Happy that he's
I'm on Caleb.
he wants to
Caleb, what happened to Trixie?
Okay.
We have motivation
So
to do anything else.
Build it.
I'm being told to build it. So inside the chest is this book and some gems, right?
Yes.
Did a bunch of testing, found out the gems are what's causing the miasma. The gems are currently still in the chest, in the entryway to the temple.
Yeah, the no magic zone.
The no magic zone. It's got the null magic mantle around it. And then this book, which in my notes I have just nicknamed the Thaddius cookbook. It's a cookbook to make Thaddius.
From Hearthstone fame.
The 4-7 or the 7-4, or is it the 11-11?
The 11.
The 11-11.
Ah.
All right, now that Mitch is back, I will quickly do a very, very quick narrative.
Whilst Trixie reads the book and Ravinia repairs the lantern, as Holkonov goes down the stairs, and Kreekrog begins high-fiving his own clone. A small yawn can be heard from the center of the room.
Is the face in the floor moving? Oh, I need to zoom in. This token is very small.
The wooden face appears to rise and shift, branches overlapping each other as they form the slender figure of a woman made entirely out of bark. The woman appears to be sleepy and yawns.
Wrong voice. I apologize.
I rolled to the juice.
Yeah, go for it. You want to fuck this tree?
I'm a bit of a tree booger, as they say.
Oh.
Pardon my fatigue. It seems the everlasting night has taken its toll on me.
Says the dryad.
Do you know what this place is?
This is my sanctuary.
You turn the voice
Says
up.
Sam.
Now.
Oh, did it not go? It takes a while to load, unfortunately, sometimes.
How long have you been here?
Beep, 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 beep.
No.
Says Sam.
Still me?
Yep. There you go.
You.
Not me anymore.
No.
No, not anymore.
What was the question again?
How long have you been here? Oh, that was weird.
Oh, 200 years, give or take.
Do you know what the gem is?
That's
In the
crazy.
center of this place?
Gem? What's gem are you referring to?
The big one with the big one with protected by magic.
Oh, you mean this the full zone?
Ah, you're referring to the stone.
Yeah.
It was placed there by the creator of this place. Good friend of mine.
What does it do?
It maintains this area.
Someone is trying to take it.
Well, that is the purpose of this location, for people to try to take it.
But what would happen if someone succeeded?
I suppose you would get an audience with him,
With the creator?
with the creator.
Is anyone else just picturing this dryad chick as the Immaculate Magistrate?
I don't know who that is.
It's the magic card, the 4-mana 2/2 that puts counter on elves.
Oh, the green card. Yeah.
Yeah. Why that's just a picture that came to my mind.
Why did the vines attack us?
Oh, the mounds. Well, they've been acting quite grouchy recently.
Excuse me, am I me again?
You again.
Good.
The dryad gestures towards the broken lamp. Now I must wait till the voice kicks in.
Has it kicked in?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It's because of that. Since the lamp was destroyed, their growth has been stunted. They crave the warmth and nourishment it once provided. Without it, they feel constrained, as if their very essence is being denied.
Can it be fixed?
I fear that there is little that can be done now. Perhaps if you were to find a way to restore the lamp, and provide an alternate source of nourishment, they may yet return to their tranquil state. Then I could play them the song of their people, and allow them to rest.
What is the song of their people?
God damn it, I just turned the voice off. Is it on?
No.
Fucking goddammit.
There you go.
There we go. The song of my people that I play with this.
And the dryad produces a little sort of wooden flute instrument, plays a little tune on it.
Do any of the notes sound familiar to me hitting that rock earlier?
Yes, one of them does actually. It sounds exactly like it. The song appears to be about, give or take, 28 notes long.
Could you teach one of us to play that tune?
Beep, beep.
Beep.
There you go.
We're gonna have to retire this one later. I'm not much of a teacher, but I could give you the instrument in exchange for you fixing the lamp.
Deal.
Okay.
What
Alright. So if we get the instrument, we get the rock that has the music sheet on it. You just play the notes. Is anyone proficient with flutes by any chance?
I'm proficient in the drums.
Wait, hang on. I need to read how my character works.
So to fix the
Sorry.
we need a
I'm
light
proficient in
source.
the horn.
So to fix the lamp, we need a light source.
The lamp would need some form of light form to make it work. It was powered once by a powerful star that was cased in between it. But alas, that has faded away.
Alright, pick it up. Let's go. Key item acquired.
Please add the Lantern of Destinies into your inventory.
I put weird lantern.
It's the Lantern of Destiny. They're all the items of destiny.
So if I put the locket of destiny, the lantern of destiny, what happens?
Nothing.
Destiny.
Only thing I will say is every one of the key items, once you've either picked it up or like been gifted it, those with magical knowledge notice that it kind of glows a very faint magical red.
We'll see you soon.
I'm not turning the voice back on. She says she'll see you soon.
Alright, we'll leave.
Before we leave, I want to ask you one more question. You don't have to put the voice on.
No, it's too late. We're loading it up.
Okay.
Loaded.
Yes,
Yes.
What is the original state of the lamp?
the lamp was depicted in a glorious stained glass image of a sun rising.
Okay. Thank you. That's what I needed to know.
Very good, sir.
Okay, so now we know that if we put the glass in the lamp, we can fix the lamp. But we need to figure out the pattern that was in the lamp. Unless Tom's just gonna sit there and play mending fucking Jenga for a while.
We've only got 5.
Mending only works if the original item is the correct. It goes restores states. So if that glass is not in that pattern, mending wouldn't work.
Therefore, it's gonna be like playing a jigsaw on hard mode.
Mm-hmm.
Trixie, we only have around 4 hours left. I can't.
I'm running out of time, Trixie.
Sam, can I look at the hourglass?
Of course you may.
How much time is left in the hourglass?
I would say with all the exploring and running around that's been done, we're at like the 3-hour mark in, so you've got 21 hours left.
What are you on about? We've got 21 hours left.
We all looked at it. It's fine.
Y'all are idiots. It's a 24-hour time glass.
5 hours. We all checked.
We all looked at it and it was 5 hours.
I'm just
3 against 1.
Right.
We have...
I pointed my cord. 4 against 1.
I can have 3 against 1 if my spider fucking interacts.
You can have your spider and your warden. I cannot. 3 against 4. We still win.
And yet I still have more fucking IQ than all of you put together, including the clone.
Build it.
That's a bit mean.
But do you have inspiration?
Build it.
No, I'm being told to build a golem of doom.
I asked the dryad, how
Please tell
long
me you're
is left on this hour?
inspirationless.
Can you tell us how long is left on the hourglass?
The dryad cannot read it. I'm not putting the voice back on. Weirdly enough, that's like the only voice that's like not instant. I don't know why.
Sam, how much of the book have I flicked through so far?
Probably like if you're like actually trying to like learn anything from it, maybe a quarter of it.
Okay.
But like whether or not you understand every passage is a completely different story.
Is the persistence of this voice becoming more frequent?
Yeah, like the longer you read the book, the more annoying it's getting. If you like keep progressing, we're gonna have to do more checks.
Do I think that it would be correlated to the amount of time I'm reading or the depth in the book that I am?
I'm gonna get you to roll just like a pure intelligence check.
How's a dirty 20?
It appears to be that the more knowledge that you're gaining from the book, the more persistent the voice is becoming.
Okay, I want to flick to the end of the book and see what the final step is.
I'll get you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Bro, fucking skip to the end. Spoiler alert. Jesus. Babe, if you were given a Necronomicon, would you read it page by page or go to the end immediately?
She's thinking.
I'd have like a little glance through it first.
You'd do some window shopping?
Yeah, I would look at one of the most fucked
I've
up.
done my window shopping.
What if it was one recipe, the whole book?
What do you mean?
What if it was one recipe?
Then my skim reading would work. I would be like,
Would
yeah,
you
there-
just skip to the end?
I'll skip to where there was stuff that I wanted to look at.
What if there was also a guy telling you to do it?
Don't do it.
Yeah, like a very obvious like demon.
Yeah, and he had a he sounded like, do it, do it.
I'm reading the shit out of it.
Yeah,
Why
good to know.
couldn't you have given this book to Salandil? He would have been awesome.
Alrighty.
The hobo with
Alright,
the
guys.
heartbeat.
What the fuck am I? Why is it?
It's the Russian Family Guy.
Why?
We don't have the fucking
It's the scene change.
no, we don't have the scene change
No.
anymore.
Why does magic not work outside these walls?
Protection measure. Technically speaking, this door shouldn't even be open. I'm just gonna do the voice rather than turn it on. So yeah, the fog is a protective measure.
Okay.
Is
Makes sense.
there a way to remove the fog?
Okay, I will put the voice on for this answer.
Sections?
Skibbity Riz. Skibbity
Is
Skibidi Riz.
Higher Giat.
why would you want to remove my protection? This is my home.
Not your protection specifically, but there's other places we're trying to get to where the fog is a bit of a hindrance.
Oh, by chance would this be the earthen path? The fire path, I apologize.
Yes.
The fire path, and then the bit after that with the apes that like to throw boulders.
Yeah,
at us.
that's 5 path.
Yeah.
Ah, that is where I grew up as a little girl. I want them to replace the fog when I moved here to retire.
So she transposed the fog.
Fog follows me. There is still fog there. I'm sure playing the song would remove it.
Okay. All right.
That's kind of what
So we go
Your journal
to
has been
the
uploaded.
house, fix the lamp. We come back, we get the instrument, we go back, we play the tune, we get rid of the fog.
but the glass isn't gonna produce a light source.
Yeah, we need a rock.
Tom,
It's almost like there are two other paths.
Yeah.
It's almost like there is a path where we would get a rock
You know?
to power a lantern.
All right, squad. Let's head.
Maybe a ghost or a dog has fetched a rock.
Maybe a ghost or a dog. We also need to speak to the dog.
I don't understand.
All right.
Okay.
I say we head out.
All right.
Brother, I left stage right like
when he hit the Family Guy music.
Hey,
Fucking-
also, I have one more question. Hey, Trixie, how strong are you?
How strong am I?
Yeah.
Like,
Punches her in the face. Bam.
No, that's not what that does. Just curious.
in what regard?
Like, what could you bench? How
What could you bench? Yeah, how thick and strong are you?
Not
Damn.
very.
Yes,
While
mate.
they're
cool,
bickering,
good to know.
can I cast thaumaturgy to make
Why is it-
ominous whispers
Why does it
emit from Trixie?
Yeah, what are they saying?
It's just ominous whispers.
It's just like, ooh.
Yeah, it's just like.
Trixie, while you are bickering with Ravinia over how much weight you can lift, I suppose, you begin to hear ominous whisper sounds emanating from around you. They sound like ghostly flickers.
Okay.
Spooky.
There's something in my head that, depending how what Sam's gonna say, it might make me laugh. Not that.
Okay. Build it. I get it.
Oh yeah, you skipped to the last page. Sorry, we gotta run that. Yeah, so we got distracted.
I'm gonna try to put questions to a dryad.
And you rolled like a 10? Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Trixie begins flipping down through the we're just going to refer to it from now on as the Thaddius'omicon, for simple sake. She skips to the last page of the Thaddius'omicon. As she does, a loud voice booms in her ears. As she tries to resist the magical words of its instruction, she finds herself falling short.
Trixie, you feel as if something in your psychology changes slightly. Suddenly, building it just sounds like a good idea. And you will remember this for later.
Okay. But do I have the final steps of the book yet?
Looking on the final steps appears to be how to insert the soul gem that you need to artificially create into the body of the monster to bring it alive.
Okay. All right. That was the crucial piece of information I needed to know.
You know how to install the battery.
Well, no, that's good to know. But a lot of these, like a lot of these style of books,
You have to read them for like 60 days for like
You
the
have to read-
golem
but-
books, yeah.
but you also like the final step consumes the book.
Yeah, no, this
Book is part of the spell. This doesn't appear to be. It's just a book.
This has just been written down. This is not like a Golemancy style book.
That means one very important thing to me.
You can repeatedly do it. if you
Not
wanted
that.
to.
There is that. But the more important piece of information is I can dispel the magic of the book. Because the book's magic is irrelevant.
Pick your path.
Can
Where
we
we
go
going?
toss the dog yet?
Dog.
The dog?
Can I ask a real question?
Yes.
How did Caleb move the warden back to turn it on?
It would have been dragged out. I'll let that free run. Well, it is heavy, but like I assume people will help him. Otherwise, you're down a body.
Oh, it would. I just thought it was funny.
Well, when it is dragged out of the zone, it appears to kind of like shake back to life. Trixie, I assume you grab your
Bit, yes.
Do you take the chest filled with gems and put it back in
I
your bag?
do. I do, but I keep it sealed.
Gotcha.
I wanted to go to the beast. I wanted to go to Duckman.
Outvoted.
You wanted to go where? Oh, you wanted to go to Calder. I don't know. Building it sounds cool. You like
Building
building
it sounds
things?
cool.
I think building it would make you the best there is in your craft.
Yeah, it says like you would be the superior amongst all, and you could crush those beneath you. Building it would pass the exam, Caleb. You would have passed if you built it.
Isn't Caleb's backstory like he wants to be the best?
Yep.
Trixie, yeah, but she failed the big like academic exam because one of her inventions went haywire. So you approach the dog. Dog appears.
That dog.
Can you guys currently see the dog?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
No.
cool.
Yes.
You show so Ravinia shows the locket to the dog.
Yeah.
The dog sniffs carefully at the locket and lets out a soft, slow whining sound.
Speak with animals should still be procced on, Mitch? Question mark.
Lost for an hour.
It's not procced on you then. No one understands the dog.
20% dead.
So the dog whimpers and whines and looks dejected then.
You just cast it again.
No.
Cost a spell slot. He's a ranger. They got fuck all.
So
I get to use it
once per day.
once per long rest.
So if you long rest, you can long rest. You don't have time for long rest. There's only 3 hours left on the clock.
We have time to long rest.
I look at the dog and say, did this belong to your master? And like nod my head to see if he understands.
It is a beast. So it still has the intelligence of a beast. So unfortunately, you can't really glean whether or not it has understood your request, but it obviously recognizes the amulet.
Does he look hostile?
Give it to them.
Alright, I slowly move closer to place it on the corpse's chest.
As Ravinia places the locket on the corpse's chest, the dog appears to go up to the corpse, raises its head on the corpse's legs, and begins to slowly whine, as if pining for something.
Give it to the dog.
I go to give the locket to the dog.
The locket is placed around the dog's head. The dog appears confused by this gesture and begins to slowly bark at you.
I place it around the child's neck, like if he was wearing it.
The amulet is placed upon the child's head. The dog goes back to resting in a calm position.
Anyone else got ideas?
No. How do I do this?
I feel like we need something else.
I'm not reading it right now.
It doesn't matter that you're not reading it right now. You skip to the last page.
I get it. Build it. I can't build it right now.
Commands every
You should build it.
creature.
I don't know what to do with this locket.
Trixie is currently trying to find her way out of the funny labyrinth maze that she's stuck in, which will get her the ability to do other things than be stuck in a maze.
All right, so you said when we put it around the neck, he calmed back down. He's not whimpering, he's not barking, he's not doing anything.
No, he obviously recognizes the amulet, but he is a dog, so he doesn't necessarily know what to do with it.
He's a dog. Anyone got any ideas
Let's
about
come
the
back
dog?
here later. Maybe we get more clues.
The gang realizes that there are 2 more paths in the dungeon that maybe they should advance through before returning to the dog.
Let's go.
I take the amulet for now.
Oh, what?
Bruh.
Put it back!
I'll leave it.
When the amulet is taken off the corpse, the dog begins to snarl angrily towards Ravinia.
I put it back on.
Put it back.
I run back.
Leave the amulet.
I run.
Ghost dog.
Do not piss off Ghost Dog.
Choose your path.
Flower path.
I want
Beast!
Flower path.
You've also been down the beast path.
I choose fish.
This is a democracy, so we got 2 for fish, 3 for fish. All right, let me get to the what I refer to as the magic path.
Fish.
The fish path.
It is also colloquially known as the fish path.
Creeping through the narrow crevasses of the cave, you navigate with cautious steps, your fingers grazing against rough, uneven walls. Above, clusters of magic crystals gleam with an otherworldly luminescence. Finally, as the crevices widen and darkness begins to recede, you emerge into a vast open space. What appears to be a sprawling market. In the hushed stillness of the night, the sprawling market lies silent and deserted, its cobblestone pathways devoid of the usual bustle and activity. Rows of intricately carved stalls stand sentinel in the moonlight, each manned by a solemn clay golem, their stoic forms unmoving as they await non-existent patrons. The air hangs heavy with an eerie sense of abandonment, punctuated only by the occasional creak of wooden shutters and the distant cry of a lone owl. Amidst the desolate scene stands a solitary stall in the heart of the market, its canopy sagged under the weight of neglect. Behind the weathered counter stands a merchant, his weary eyes reflecting the dim glow of the flickering lanterns as he gazes out into the empty expanse before him. Despite the intricate wares displayed upon his shelves, the merchant's demeanor is one of objection, his shoulders slumped with the weight of solitude as he awaits for customers who will never come.
So it appears, besides the stall in the middle, every other stall appears to be manned by either male or female clay golems.
I move forward. Do the golems move and look at us?
Yeah, their eyes are pivoting, following you. standing stationary, but wherever you walk, their heads all tilt in unison to watch you.
Do they actually have goods in their stalls?
Noticing that every single stall that is manned by a clay golem appears to have lumps of clay fashioned to look like they are other items. So there's like a clay sword, there's a clay shield, a clay chicken that's being inside of a clay cage.
I'll walk up to the first golem and I'll wave.
As Ravinia approaches the closest golem, one to seem to be designed of female nature, it raises its hand in greeting.
Clay!
Goodbye.
Clay!
Wait! Ravinia! Come back!
Yes?
You have to speak their language.
Gregor goes up.
Clay!
Clay! Clay, clay, clay! 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 And it like points to like a clay sword, and it's like, clay!
You have any clay to barter with, Greg?
Do I have any clay? Let me see. No.
Funnily enough, no.
I start speaking the words clay with varying indent like
tones.
Yeah, like different tones and like pacing and cadence to indicate that I have no clay. I sound sad and dejected.
The golem seems to be sad and dejected as well, as it lowers its head and goes, clay, 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 clay.
Well, I've just been economically broken and financially shamed, so let's move on.
I walk over to the one that looks like a person, I think you said.
As Ravinia passes the second golem, it waves him down. Clay! Clay, clay, clay!
Clay.
Clay! It appears to be trying to barter with you.
What's in his stall?
This looks like he's got clay souvenirs. So like clay little instruments.
I'm waiting for the one where it's like clay statues.
Nah, that's up here.
I wave my hands like in a motion saying no. Clay.
And he looks like he's waving you away because you've got no clay.
Alright. I'll talk to this fellow. Hello?
Clay!
Alright, so the merchant noticing you seems to be like, he's one arm laying on the bench, kind of looking dejected. As you approach, he goes, he kind of like stands up from his position. He's like, sorry about this. It's a requirement of the gig. Welcome to Jar Jar's Money Shack, where we only trade in useful items to the bravest adventurers. What necessary items can I provide with you today, sir?
I look around. Do I see anything of interest?
So it appears he's got several items.
The Pickaxe of Destiny.
He has 4 items of key notice that appear to be glowing red. A pickaxe held in a glass case behind him. A dog leash. A book that appears to be on some form of musical notation. And a set of sewing needles with a skull emblazoned on them.
I'd like to buy them all.
Look, sir. I trade in items that are necessary to complete this dungeon. I thought when I took the job, I'd be here for a maximum of 2 years, gap year out of the guild. But no, I've been here for 200 years and have only had 4 customers in that time, including you. I can only trade 1 item at a time for anything else that's got a red glow about it.
So once we've used the item, we come and swap it out.
May I also say that I can only trade 1 item for 1 item at any given time. No swap backs. Translation: if you trade 1 item for another item, those 2 items cannot be swapped ever again. So if you were to trade something with a red glow for the dog leash, those 2 cannot be exchanged ever again.
Directly?
Yeah, so you can only do a trade of 2 unique items once.
Okay.
So you can trade as many items as you want for the dog leash, but once an item has been traded for the dog leash, those 2 can't be bartered with.
For example, I'm guessing if we get the flute and we use the flute to clear the fog, we could again trade the flute.
Yeah, you could trade it for the dog leash, but you could never trade the dog leash and the flute for each other again.
But you could trade the foot still back, yeah, cool.
Yeah, for something else, but not the one that it's already been traded for.
You want to get out of here as badly as we do, right? We've been here for 2 hours. You've been here for 200 years. Right?
That is correct, sir.
So why don't you just give them all to us and we'll get you out of here?
I would love to do that, sir, but as per the rules in the legislation of the contract that I signed, if I break the rules at any given point, I will be stamped to death by the golems. As will you.
Sam, just out across it, out of the game here. The golems are red. If I capture a golem, can I trade it?
Ravinia begins to size up the strength of the golems. Looking at their size, standing at 10 feet tall, made out of magical clay, he believes that if he decided to fight even one of the golems, he would be stomped to death.
Fun fact, a clay golem is like CR 8, I think. Yes. And there's a lot of them.
Clay.
Also, sir, because I can see you eyeing them up, you're not the first one that's tried to defeat one of the golems. If you kill one, not only will the others kill you, the others will build a new one out of the clay.
Alright, no question.
What you're telling me is you have to defeat them all.
That's about the gist of it, sir.
Out of curiosity, do you have any clay for sale for gold?
I unfortunately don't trade in gold.
You only trade in items of destiny.
Do we have any items of destiny right now? We have 2, right?
You have...
Lamp in the locket.
You have 3. No, you have 3. You also have the timekeeping device of destiny.
Oh,
I didn't just talk shit about it.
We have the free trade!
Oh.
The initial trades.
Which, if you had come here first, would let you trade immediately for one of the items.
Wow, let's go get a dog lead. I wonder if that's
But what do we do with the dog? Where do we take it?
For a
We
walk.
take him to the ghost path.
Let's explore all areas.
Does the pickaxe look special anyway?
It's even enchanted.
The pickaxe, looked like it's made of encrusted diamonds held within a gold glass case. Appears to be very magical in nature, its magic simply radiating off of it. The storekeep, looking at Ravinia, begins to answer his question.
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot give you any hints. The second party tried that one, and not only did I get bowel movements for 30 days in a row non-stop, they died on the spot. You wouldn't want me to try.
Damn.
Anyone else seeing the capabilities of the mental gymnastics of how many times you can potentially trade this shit around?
Yeah, multiple. You can do multiple times. However, maybe not all items, when utilized, stay usable. Chance of consumption, one could say. I will quickly. I'm going to leave us off with one thing.
The shopkeep sighs heavily, looks to his left and to his right, and grimaces down at his belly, and he utters one sentence.
You wouldn't happen to have any fish on you, would you?